Nope, still not done tearing time a new one. Welcome back to Chrono Trigger. As we got kicked out of 12,000 BC, we decided to commit some time paradoxes. Getting items from the future, and then going back and get the past counterparts. Also, we're looking for a time machine. Or a Time-ier machine. So we came here to the Eris Dome. I already got the Bangor Dome. And these people are sending out messengers to the other domes. Yeah, they got seedlings. It's not really growing all that well. I'm surprised these people are still alive, actually. It might not even be fruit. Might be a tomato. Oh wait, yeah, that's a fruit, isn't it? Well, at least they have the courage to live now. Maybe they're killing mutants and eating them. Oh yeah, by the way, some of these have recycled dialogue telling you about an old man. A crazy old man. He might have a time machine. Also, evil doors. Which is what we're here for. Evil doors. We're going back to the plot room. The room that started this whole wacky adventure by telling us about Alavos and what he did in 1999. So we gotta head back towards that room, but not quite in it. Remember that door I opened? Also, yeah, enemies are here. I keep on forgetting, this is not Earthbound. Weak enemies will still try to beef with you. It's not working in our favor. Also, there's some equipment I want to swap out. As you can see, I gave Robote a safe helm, but I got a better idea. He's gonna go back to Rock Helm, and we're gonna give Luca the safe helm, and a red plate. That way she doesn't need to worry about the Taban vest anymore, because she's already immune to fire. Even though I am going to swap that out with the vest version eventually, but at least she could absorb her own element. And also, yeah, Chrono's got the Rage Band, he's back on countering, I changed that out. And Isla's with us just because Charm Top. Makes it a lot easier for her to steal things, and the next area coming up has a lot of good steals in it. You're gonna want Isla hanging around, being an Unga Bunga. Showing off her Unga Bungas with her Charm Top. So we're gonna have to head here and open this evil door in the Eris Dome. Yeah, just let me in already. I understand the pendant glows. You get a Lumen Robe, Elixir, Hit Ring, and the Gold Earring, which is that health thing. Boosts health. It used to be plus 50%, but now it's plus 33%. Still kind of broken. And Hit Ring is inaccurate. I'm pretty sure Hit regards less about accuracy and more about range damage from like Luca or Marl. Marl's wearing a Spirit Ring. Luca's got a gold stud, so her spells are extra cheap. And there's also a shiny in this room. The Power tab. But that's it for the Eris Dome. Gotta get out of this place now. The enemies are still prone to fighting with us. So I gotta do my best Metal Gear Solid and just sprint past them at full speed. They don't see it. They refuse to see it. They do not see it. Eventually we'll be out of the Eris Dome. We learned that the human people, they adapted, just like the Borg, to hunger. Somehow hunger doesn't affect them now. It's going to be crazy. They're going to realize they can't eat the tomato because they don't need to eat the tomato. Somehow they're synthesizing their own calories. You laugh, that's possible. You don't know what humans. They're weird. Well, we need to head to Death Peak. Because there's a crazy old man there who might be one of the sages they were talking about in Zeal. Because I heard about one going bonkers in the end of time. Death Peak, we still can't climb it because there's a wind in the way. But the Keeper's Dome. Huh, it's called the Keeper's now, huh? And that would be? Anytime now. Yep, he has no news. Also, living things apparently have memory banks. But we have one final evil door. Hey, where's my prizes? Huh, shinies. They must be tabs. A wisdom tab. The logs of Belthasar, Guru of Reason. Something happened that threw him into 2300 AD. Then he learned about Lavos and how he destroyed everything. Yeah, we saw that. He's a space flea. He's literally a space flea. A wizard. So Magus tried to call it up, and it was like, nope. And then it woke up in 1999 and wrecked everything. And slowly it's devouring the planet. Over millions of years, this is a slow parasite. Granted, it would be in its best favor to not completely kill its host. But Belthasar is suffering from old. He can't go back home now, he's too old for it. So he's just leaving it to the heroes. We need to master time. I believe in everybody too. Except maybe Marl. The Wings of Time, that's what we came here for. But you know what? The Nunga Bunga wouldn't understand any of this. Bring in the scientist. She is gonna go crazy when she sees a real time machine. There it is. It seems a little incomplete. So why didn't you tell about this sooner, Robo? Seriously. Oh, it's that new thing again. The new computer? The new pewter? One final part, huh? We're waiting this whole time to do it? Not really, I'm used to this by now. Why did you put that in all caps? So he did a brain transfer into this new. News are even more versatile. Well, actually, we already know how to do that with the gates and the gate key. Old men like breaking the fourth wall instead of breaking their back. But yeah, that's how time machines work. Do what? Do what? Wake up! Oh, right, you gotta name it. That is a really cool name for a time machine. We're gonna go with that, even though it kinda looks like a sports car. Does it have wheels? Can we drive this thing? Is it like, what was that short-lived vehicle in Final Fantasy VII? The one you got out of, Gold Saucer. That's gonna drive me nuts. Oh, yeah, we shouldn't be leaving just yet. Where's the down button? Yeah, we're getting off this thing. Time scares us now. I forgot one thing. Belthasar left us a present. We couldn't get it until we read all the lore and get our time machine. Another magic tab. Right there. Of course, the door shuts on us again. We gotta keep the time machine safe. From, like, you know, mutants or something. Now we're ready to time. Time is changing all the time. It's time to go to time. What, you don't really want to? You're gonna miss your show? Don't be stupid, friend. Now it's time to go. I see. Do you see the sea? I see the sea. I bet Chugga Conroy was very happy to see this particular sea. But we could go to every time period. Including, you know, Deathville. Let's not go to Deathville. He'll go to the end of time. Showed off to the old man there. Look what we got. Now we can really F with time. Effing with time is very fiery, I see. Oh, so it's like a spirit bomb, like Chrono's doing. We're traveling at warp speed! Let's not go warp 10. I hear that does some funky stuff to people. Also, I'm not quite sure who was talking there. Was that a Chrono line? Because that line plays even if you don't have Chrono in the party on Plus. But hey, we're back at the end of time. Now we got a time machine. Gates are kind of irrelevant to us. But not quite completely. Also, the old man has nothing to say about our time machine. Epoch has a problem in that it is landlocked. It is a time machine, not a time and space machine. Also, I haven't checked in on Specchio in a while. I've checked in on these guys, though. Their dialogue isn't really that much different. The shopkeeper is still, like, you know, selling us stuff. That's great and all. Specchio's now an Omnicrone. You know what? I'm willing to try it. Let's mess up Specchio. Oh, you know what would be great? Wearing those absorption plates, because he does fire, water, and lightning damage. And that would have been fantastic here. Except he could hit the whole party now, which won't really save you. Yeah, he has gotten a huge upgrade. We're gonna need a lot of magical defense. We're gonna need abilities to, like, absorb some of this damage. Because, we're not cutting through this. He is too much. Of course, he still has his basic spells for picking up people one at a time. This is a lost cause. This is a lost fight. Immediately. I mean, Luca didn't even survive that one lightning. And there's Ice, too, a spell that we haven't gotten yet. Well, we need work. We need gear. Thanks for beating us up, Specchio. Why is your door always broken? So, yeah, Specchio's gonna be a few more minutes. He's getting ready. Just sit tight. So that was fun and all. What can we do next? Now that we have a time machine. Well, I do need to pick some things up. Luckily, Epoch drops me off pretty close to everything I need. So we're gonna be stopping in and doing some more time paradoxes. We're gonna go to 680. Of course, we need this time machine to sneak in the back door of 12,000 BC. We're not ready for that just yet. I forgot this here at the Magic Cave in 600 AD. There's an evil box right next to the entrance. Also, any of the enemies you haven't killed are still hanging out here. It's a magic ring! That will go on... nobody, because I really like Luca having that, that mana efficiency. It's great. But we're also close by to the Elder's house. We can pick up those vests. There's still a whirlpool going on there. We could actually do that side quest now, I think. We would have a little bit of difficulty with it. But I just don't feel like doing that. I'm here for prizes. The past version of the plates we picked up. The black vest. And glitching. The glitch vest. And the white vest. And I want to stop by the castle and go ahead and pick up the red vest. Because the red vest is probably one of the most important vests you could get in the game. Because eventually we're going to need a sunstone. Eventually we're going to be running across a dude that likes fire damage. And that's going to replace that red plate that Luca's currently wearing. Because though the defense is great, I want to work with some other characters. The plates have some of the best defense in the game right now. Not really magic defense, just physical. Look at that. It's about what is that? 25 defense higher? And it grants you absorb? Those are pretty good equipment. And you completely lock yourself out of them if you just go ahead and open up these chests and take the vests. There won't be future versions because you took the past version. And that's why they're called paradox items. You have to commit a paradox if you want the best versions. There's some other chests, but we can't get to them right now because they are on a different part of the continent. And we can't move the epoch there. The epoch is kinda still stuck where it's at. It has no wheels, it has no wings. It's just, false advertising. They called it the Wings of Time, and the only thing it does is just sit here and wait for us to come back to it. It's pretty much a gate we can move. Well, I think we got everything else here, so we're ready to go back to 12,000 BC. So this is this point in time, or point in space, at this time period, which is not far from where we started this whole Zeal adventure. It's still Ice Age out here. It's been Ice Age for a while. They already hunted the woolly mammoth to extinction. So we might as well go into the Skyway. Yeah, they won't be expecting that. That prophet thought of everything. So we can't go through the Skyway. The only other place besides, Lavos Hole is this funky looking jazz going on up here. A weird floating mountain. Final Fantasy VIII code. It wants this what the hell back. This ladder is blocked off from you until this point. If you come in here, the ladder isn't lowered. And this happens to be the home of the Earthbound ones. Not very motherly, if you ask me. Welcome to Algeti. So, that theory I was talking about, that the Zeals were supposed to be, the Laruba tribe that have magic? This is the Ioka tribe. If you remember, they refused magic because they didn't like the touch of the stone. It was icky to them. So, now their descendants are still kinda Unga yet, living in holes in the ground. They steal weapons from Zeal from time to time, which happens to be some of the best weapons in the game right now, including a Zanmato. You could finally get it here. I'm pretty sure this is a Chrono Trigger Plus thing, that's not supposed to be there. But I mean, Comet Arrow is really good. So is the Mega Blast. There's an arm coming up that we could steal that's better than this. Also, the Masamune is about to be bunted out of the party. Even though it does get 50% crit, so it's not completely useless. We also got some Lumen Robes. I might as well grab another one of them. Flash Mails are pretty good. I'll take 2 of those. Glow Helmets are going to be replaced almost immediately by things you could steal that are coming up. When I was pre-playing this, I actually bought all this gear and I ran out of money. Like, almost. I had like 10,000 G left because I just went ham on everything. I'm going less ham this time. I'm going a little bit more vegan. So Dream Gun's finally out for the Mega Blast. Also, Red Vest, which is still pretty good defense, considering the Tobin Vest, which was the 2 defense lower. Had some speed on it though, but I don't think we need speed that badly just yet. Besides, I got some speed tabs in the inventory. Where are they? Oh yeah, plenty of speed tabs. Plenty of magic tabs. I'm holding on to them now. I don't know when I'll use them. I'll eventually use them. We also got Flash Mail, which is just better armor. What could Robo use though? Should I just give him plates right now? Because I'm probably going to be using him a bit. Even though there is no lightning shadow or fire damage really coming up soon. Maybe in a boss, but I don't think you're going to get him today. I may as well make Chrono absorb his own element for right now. Those elemental weaknesses I told you about aren't really all that impressive. It's not like they're doing double damage to somebody. It's more like if they would do 100 HP, they might do like 20 HP more. It's not that big of a deal, it's just that it happens. And they're doing that whole Ocean Palace thing without us. It's not safe. And the Guru of Life tried to warn her, and he ended up on the mountain. Well, they were saying he didn't have any powers at all. Why would he be doing that? I mean, putting somebody that powerful close to the Mammon Machine probably would create some kind of Ganon. Or at least a Ganondorf. Ah, the Beast Nest sounds like a place we need to go to. And slay some beasts. Preferably steal off them. Oh, I just realized that the Y button, or was it the X button? Whatever the top button is, could change to the text box location. What I meant to do is I should bring Marl and Isla. Isla could meet what happens to her people, apparently. Also, this lady, this is the one talking over here. Why was she saying that to everybody that enters the hotel? No idea. The hotel is free, though, which is good. Oh, Marl is hurting for gear, isn't she? She's a Ceratopper. Go ahead and wear a Lumen Robe. It's good for magic defense anyway. I'm pretty sure the magic defense is in the blue. Well, it's time to kill us some beasts, because we need to go to the Mountain of Woe. The Mountain in Chains. And also the Guru of Life is up there. And a save point. Might as well save. Remember what happened last time with a Frog King. So I think we're done here. Yeah, all there is some shopping there and talk to some post-Ungas. And get ourselves a power tab. Now it's time for some battles. Yeah, we got some time to do this sequence. It's pretty easy. We'll leave the Mountain of Woe for next time. But these beasts are really good for getting robbed. Every single one of these carries a Robo Helm. A Rainbow Helm. For everybody. There's 4 of these beasts. I'm going to be stealing 4 Rainbow Helms. Hopefully. I want to avoid trying to kill them because they do have about 600? 700 health? So maybe lightning was a bad idea. Every time they get hit, though, their attack goes up. Which is why I hasted the party. Because they consider charming as a hit. And I learned that Marl doesn't really learn a team heal. She's more of a single heal character. If you want a team heal, you're going to have to go with Frog or Robo. And Frog is a little bit better at it. Did I steal that? I wasn't paying attention. I don't know if I stole the other Rainbow Helm yet. I know that guy's okay to kill. I took a Rainbow Helm off of him. Alright, I'll charm this one again. If you don't get anything, we know we stole it. It should say it's the thought that counts. Alright, I'm pretty sure we got it. Does it show up on my list? No, it doesn't show up on my list. I'm just gonna have to take it as granted. It's not mandatory for me to grab 4 of them. 3 will do. Isla is just wearing a charm top, which is really pretty. They're pretty much everything. And, Chrono just made himself very intimate with a pair of horns. Where's my life water at? These things are getting really nasty in a hurry. Because of all the attack ups. Oh, what was I saying before? Alright, Isla has a charm top. She's showing it to everybody. And pretty much everything with a pulse. Yeah, I'm accusing Square of horny. Just putting that out there. And Twin Charm! I'll tell you right now, Twin Charm does not work on the beasts for some reason. It's like they don't like Marl. That's the wrong button. I need Marl to do some healing, because we got beat up on that one. Really powerful single heal, she just never gets a team version. Unless you, dual tech it. But yeah, Marl could help Isla with her stealing, and get better stealing. But if you have the Charm Top, you're pretty golden here. Speaking of stealing, those helmets. There's one for him. It has half lightning damage. Yeah, I stole 2 of them. Granted, I don't think there's any enemies around here that will do lightning damage, but at least he'll take half damage now. Time to steal some more. There's that one. He just loved the look of Isla. And by the way, magic makes them angry too. Pretty much every single attack is going to increase their attack power. Hopefully they go for Chrono. He's the more durable right now. At least I can heal him. And he should be coming up on a new ability soon too. Him and Marl. I thought that was going to end you! Again, I wasn't paying attention. I'm just gonna assume that you got that rainbow helm, so I don't have to faff around with it. Gotta make sure we focus down these guys. Let's just unga this guy into the stratosphere. How's the weather up there? I always enjoy just watching Isla just toss one of these things up into the air. Toss anything up into the air, as long as she can do it. Leave the Marl alone! Didn't I give her the Comet Bow? I'm pretty sure she's using it. Isla never gets a physical weapon. Her hands just get tougher and tougher as the game goes on. She never really equips anything. Her wood fist is just from, like, you know, punching wood a whole bunch. Right there. It doesn't even have, like, a thing. Yeah, she wasn't using her Comet Arrow at all. It was Luca that I gave her weapon to. Alright. One final heal? I said heal. Not character. Heal. Too much Monster Hunter. I'm pretty sure there's a... That key I use in Monster Hunter a whole bunch. Oh, right, yeah, that's usually my attack button, I believe. So it's time for a final boss battle. Or, well, mini-boss battle. Yeah, this ain't the final boss. You do want... Oh, you know what? Yo, it's rewind time. Hey, you just go back there. I promise, that's the only time I'm going to be using rewinds, when I forget to do something. I forgot it's going to be ladies' night today. Because this boss has a weakness to ladies. But hi, we're back again! If you taste something, that's just time fracturing. Don't worry about it. Get yourself some chocolate milk. That's prone to happen when you mess with time. So you definitely want Isla, because she could steal. You want Marl, because she could heal. And you want Luca, because she could cast Protect. And she could render this boss completely useless. As you can see there, anytime you attack that little guy in the middle, he sends his beasts after you. He can also throw rocks at his beasts and make them attack you. But I will solve this problem with Luca. That didn't entirely solve the problem, now did it? Somehow that red beast attacked us, even though it's sleeping right now. But the idea is that you set these beasts to sleep with the Hypno Wave. Steal all their good stuff, like the Speed Tab from the Mud Imp, Elixir from the Red Beast, and the Blue Beast will have a Mermaid Cap. And then you just beat up on the little guy while his buddies are fast asleep. Protect isn't a bad idea here either, along with Haste. So I'm going to steal that, and then Isla could get on the offensive a little bit. Yeah, that's all the steals from this guy. Lots of good steals here. The problem is the Mud Imp is your target. He has 1,200 HP. Sometimes you could wake up his beasts. And he is really, really defensive against pretty much everything. Especially physical attacks. Magical is a little bit better. You don't want to do all attacks because you risk waking the beasts up and then he starts countering you. So you gotta stay away from things with area of effects. Sometimes he will try to put somebody to sleep by throwing a sleep bomb at them. Once you got the beasts culled, you can just deal with this guy, and you can whittle him down. Looks like he doesn't really do his counter all that much if one of them is sleeping, especially the blue one. If you wanted to do this the harder way, what you want to do is use ice on the red beast and use fire on the blue beast, which means you still probably have Luca and Marl in the party. But they have like 5,000 HP each, so they take a little while. It's better to just burn this guy down. Isla really can't do much here except for stealing. Unless you dual tech her with some magic, do extra damage to the beasts. Do extra damage to this guy because... magical damage. It's the only way Isla could do anything. It's just, you know, like flame kicks. Ice Toss has a little bit of area of effect, so you don't want to use that. Yeah, you can do a little bit more damage with that. Not too much more. And uses up MP a lot. Speaking, Marl's MP hardly moved because of that magic regen. It's really good. It's too bad only the girls could use a Spirit Ring. And Marl finally learns Ice too! And the Cube Toss! We're gonna be seeing that later. Antipode 2, maybe, too. So we got our way up to the Mountain of Woe. Why is it floating? I have no idea. That's a little weird. But next time on Chrono Trigger Plus, it's time to get a whole bunch of tech points. That dude over there has a whole bunch of tech points. We're going to be spending a lot of time on this mountain. Good night, folks.